Hello everybody, my name is Sarah, also known as Weight Watcher, Cape Cod Woman. And today, I don't know where this is going to lead us on Tuesday, May 12th, but I have a bit of an agenda, and it's really about what we think about men's bodies versus our bodies. And so I thought I'd take this for a little spin today, because yesterday was all about the muffin top. And men don't get the muffin tops like we do. Men get what they get. And sometimes it's a great big gut. And it hangs over their pants. And it really is just very, very interesting. Now, there's a couple of funny things about that. Men burn more calories than we do. They just do. Their metabolism is a little bit faster. So they luck out that way. And when they join Weight Watchers, I have no idea what their point range is, but they get more points. And it's like so unfair. They burn more calories. They have a faster metabolism. They get more points, and then they lose the weight faster. But that's good for them. But guess what? We as women, the good news is society and culture, and the bad news is society and culture. And we are made well aware of being a woman and the price of beauty and what today's view of what the perfect woman is. And I was born back in the Marilyn Monroe era, which worked with my body. And but for men, it's a whole different ballgame, and I've got a few men that subscribe to this channel, and they've asked a couple of questions. And I've seen one on one of the Weight Watcher Facebook blogs, and they have their own issues. For a lot of us women, being in the kitchen is as normal as for a man to be under the hood of a vehicle. I mean, especially if you're like my age and you were just brought up where the roles were defined, and we just kind of fell into it. And so now here we are today, and we are lucky if we're women, because we've joined Weight Watchers. We've made the choice. We understand food a little bit more. We might be the ones that are shopping. I mean, granted, my partner and I share lots of different gender neutral parts about the food. He cooks on the egg. He does some grocery shopping. I do some grocery shopping. But I'm usually the one that assembles the dinner and makes the choices of what we're going to have. And, for a lot of reasons. One, because I'm doing points and I want to make sure that, I'm covered. And so I take that on. It's actually a labor of love and not, drudge. But for a guy, what gets him to the place where he learns that he needs to lose the weight? And I will guarantee you that 9 out of 10 men have a health event, have some sort of episode, and that's what gets them conscious of what they're eating. Sometimes you hear or you see or you live with or you go to a party and you see what your man, their man, any man eats, and it's like it's almost like mindless eating, and especially, I don't know about you, but me on Weight Watchers, it's like each bite is like so good. And I don't know, I've seen men put their face so close to the plate they might as well lick it like a dog, and they shovel the food in, and it's like it's a chore. And it's like, a chore? Oh my God, I live for this next meal, even if it is a string cheese and an apple. But for them, their journey has a lot more pebbles and boulders along the way to get to where they want to make a difference and eat healthy, for the most part. I mean, there's nothing more of a turn on for me than to go into Trader Joe's or a health food store or be in the produce section and see a man that's picking out, veggies and fruits and healthier choices. It's really great. But I don't know. In my life, most of my partners and husbands and things like that, have pretty much just eaten what they've wanted to. They've mostly been in the trade, so they're busy burning off their calories as they go. But for a lot of men, if they have that sedentary job in front of a computer, you know, it gets tough. It's harder and harder. And so as we get to our little t-shirts tucked in the summer with our muffin tops, they're getting to their little polo shirts tucked in with their girth. And, you know, and how it grows over the winter. You know, when I think about the sports ads for the games and the food and what you can have, and, you know, one of my friends gets season tickets to a baseball game, and they have an all-you-can-eat section, AYCE section, and they are not serving, you know, tofu salads. And it's kind of amazing when you think of what some men eat, and they don't get to where we get faster. They don't get to fatter, faster. It slowly starts to build on them. So they have a whole different ball of wax, and you know, if you're a man and you're watching this, God, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear how you do with Weight Watchers. There's a nice little English guy on one of the Facebook blogs for Weight Watchers that comes from England, and you know, he does a lot of the, you know, he shows off the body and stuff like that, and it's really kind of adorable. And you know, I mean, it's no surprise that Doug Heffernan on King of Queens is one of my favorite all-time characters, because I know that he struggles with food, and I know that you know, what fun to hear a guy, you know, wanting to do something about his weight. And one of my favorite, I was listening to an interview with Tom Arnold, and it was hysterical. And it's not that he joined Weight Watchers. Wouldn't it be great if they had a male for their spokesperson? Oh, I think that would be fabulous at Weight Watchers. Hear me, Weight Watchers, get a man. So Tom Arnold was giving an interview, and I guess he's married to a younger woman now, and so they had a baby. And so they're sleeping in bed, and they've got the baby in between them. And all of a sudden, he's awoken in the middle of the night with the new baby sucking at his nipple, thinking this is the mom, because he's got such big boobs because he's overweight. And it's like, oh my God, I laughed. And he said he was so appalled that his tiny little baby thought that he was the mother, and that the baby could breastfeed, that he lost 100 pounds. He doesn't say how he did it, but, you know, I guess men even have a moment of truth, even if it's something like that, which, I don't, just tickled me. You know, whatever it takes to, you know, get aware of your body. So today is to have, you know, a special understanding for the men that might, you know, I've known some overweight men in my life, and oh God, I'd love to see them here. You know, I'd love to see them just grab onto the program. You get so much food. And one of my partner's friends has this opinion about Weight Watchers, and he hates it, and it's a ripoff, and it's, you know, I'm not going to eat their food. And it's like, well, each one of those things I could pick apart, and you could too. First of all, we're not eating someone else's food, so you got the wrong program. And have you ever been to a meeting? Have you ever done Weight Watchers? Have you ever tried it for a month or two? No. And I just, you know, it's just an opinion about what we do here. And if people that don't know us that have an opinion, I love those, they're my favorite type of people. If they would just give us a chance, give Weight Watchers a chance. What can you lose? You can lose weight, and if you don't like what you've lost, you can quit Weight Watchers and gain your weight back if you want, or find another program. I mean, it's not like you're shackled. It's not like you have to pay a year up front like a fitness center. And so men, if you're a man and you're watching this, please comment below. I'd love to hear just a little taste of what you've done on your Weight Watcher journey. I think it would just be so great to have you and your flavor of being a man in this female-driven program, and tell us how it is for you, you know. I think it's fascinating, and I honor you. I think it's wonderful that you've done it, and, you know, you're in a class by yourself, and believe me, you're at the head of your class if you've taken the decision to eat healthy and come along with us on our female journey. So with that all being said, this is Sarah on Tuesday, and it's not a T word, it's an M word, men. But this is to go along with the Messy Monday muffin top. This is the men and their weight and, you know, their struggles, which are different. And so I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. And please subscribe below. And I love your comments. It's May 12th, 2015. This is Sarah. Until the next time, bye-bye.